Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into something truly special, a unique throwback that blends nostalgia with subtle modern enhancements. We're talking about the 2026 Subaru 360, a revival of the iconic microcar that originally put Subaru on the map back in the late 50s and early 60s. For anyone who appreciates vintage charm, quirky design, and the revival of retro classics with a modern twist, this is going to be a treat. Let's jump into a full review of the 2026 Subaru 360, covering its vintage-inspired interior, the unmistakably retro exterior, its performance on the road, and of course, what kind of price tag it carries in today's market. At first glance, the 2026 Subaru 360 looks like it drove straight out of a time machine. Subaru made a bold choice to preserve the character of the original model, keeping its rounded bubble shape, prominent circular headlights, and that almost toy-like charm. The dimensions remain compact, intentionally so. It's still a K-car in spirit, designed to capture the hearts of city dwellers, retro enthusiasts, and collectors alike. You get steel wheels with vintage-style hubcaps, minimalist chrome bumpers, and subtle modern LED lighting cleverly integrated without disrupting the vintage aesthetic. The two-door hatch retains its original proportions, and even the color palette throws it back to the 1960s, with shades like cream white, sky blue, and classic mint green. Step inside the 2026 Subaru 360 and you're immediately transported to another era, but this time with just enough modernity to make it livable. Subaru went for authenticity in the cabin, with retro analog dials, pull switches, and even plaid cloth upholstery that mirrors the patterns of the original seats. But look closer, and you'll see some discreet upgrades. There's a slim, retractable digital display that tucks away when not needed. Climate control is hidden behind rotary dials that look vintage but feel precise. The steering wheel is large, thin-rimmed, and reminiscent of the 1960s, yet it's made from modern materials for durability and comfort. Seating is surprisingly spacious for such a small car. The front seats offer adequate legroom and headroom, especially considering the vehicle's compact size. The rear seats, however, are more symbolic, great for kids or short trips, but realistically this is a two-seater in daily practice. Cargo space is limited but manageable, and Subaru thoughtfully added a small front storage area under the hood, given that this version of the 360 is now fully electric. Yes, that's the biggest twist. This new 360 isn't powered by a tiny two-stroke engine like its ancestor. Instead, Subaru has quietly outfitted the 2026 model with a small electric drivetrain, embracing the EV movement while retaining the charm of the past. Underneath the floor is a 28 kWh battery pack that delivers about 140 miles of real-world range, perfectly suited for urban environments. The electric motor drives the rear wheels, producing around 65 horsepower. That might not sound like much, but remember, this car weighs just over 1,500 pounds. It's feather-light and nimble, so acceleration in city driving is more than adequate. You're not going to win drag races, but you'll beat most traffic off the line thanks to instant torque. On the road, the 2026 Subaru 360 feels like nothing else. Its short wheelbase and tight turning radius make it perfect for tight city streets and squeezing into impossible parking spots. The ride is firm but not uncomfortable, and Subaru has dialed in the suspension to handle rough roads better than the original ever could. There's a slight whir from the electric motor, but overall it's a quiet, almost meditative drive. Visibility is excellent thanks to the expansive windows and thin pillars, another retro feature that doubles as a safety bonus in today's world of bulky SUVs. Steering is light and direct, though not as communicative as some enthusiasts might want, but let's be real, that's not what this car is about. It's about the experience, the nostalgia, and the way people smile when they see it coming down the street. Subaru is targeting a very specific market with this car. It's not mass production, it's more of a boutique revival meant for collectors, city drivers, and people who just want something totally different in a world full of crossovers and sterile design. There are 3 trims available: Base, Heritage, and the limited first edition. The base starts at $22,500 and includes the essentials: manual windows, no touchscreen, and basic upholstery. The Heritage trim steps it up with a better interior finish, hidden infotainment, air conditioning, and a two-tone paint scheme, priced around $25,800. The first edition, limited to just 1,000 units worldwide, comes with a numbered badge, unique color options, premium materials, and a portable charging kit, retailing for $29,900. Charging is fairly straightforward. It supports level 2 charging, getting you from 0 to 100% in about 4 hours, and there's a trickle charge cable for home use. DC fast charging isn't supported, but given the size of the battery and the intended usage, that's not a deal breaker. This isn't a long-distance road trip car, it's a city commuter, a weekend cruiser, and a conversation starter. One of the most enjoyable things about reviewing the 2026 Subaru 360 is watching how people react to it. Wherever you go, this car draws attention. People smile, point, and come up to ask what it is. Older folks remember the original, while younger people assume it's some kind of custom build or art car. Subaru has nailed the emotional appeal here. In a market oversaturated with tech-heavy, aggressive-looking vehicles, the 360 is an antidote to overdesign. It's joyful, simple, and deliberate. That said, it won't be for everyone. The lack of advanced driver assistance systems may turn off some buyers, and those looking for massive range or high-tech features will probably feel underwhelmed. But that's the point, it's not trying to be something it's not. It's honest. For those considering one, keep in mind that maintenance should be relatively simple. Electric powertrain aside, there's very little complexity here. Subaru says parts availability will be handled through their Heritage program, and the car is being built in limited numbers in a dedicated facility, ensuring quality and attention to detail. Insurance is expected to be low, given the performance and size, though its uniqueness may lead to slightly higher repair costs in the event of damage. In the end, the 2026 Subaru 360 is a love letter to the past with just enough present-day sensibility to make it usable. It's not meant to be practical in the traditional sense, nor is it trying to compete with modern EVs on numbers alone. It's a character car, a celebration of design, simplicity, and joyful driving. Whether you're a collector looking for something rare, a city driver wanting something different, or just a fan of classic car culture, the new Subaru 360 might be exactly what you didn't know you needed. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment letting me know what retro car you'd like to see reborn next. See you in the next video.